unpredictable, unbelievable thrill fest. It is the X30 Mini. Despite their low numbers, they are determined to prove that they are the most exciting category in the IAME X30 Euro Series paddock. So that previous X30 Mini race that we had a short while ago, once again proving to be an absolutely spectacular run. And we've had some pretty awesome driving from the X30 Mini drivers who are racing this weekend in slightly different looking karts compared to what we've seen in the previous two rounds of the championship. Racing here in Germany as we are, the X30 Mini class obviously has to comply to the German homologation rules for X30 Minis, which means they need a different seat to the ones that they race in the previous rounds of the championship. Which is one of the reasons why we have not been able to get a couple of the regular drivers in the championship here. For whatever reason, obviously, the drivers obviously have to stick to a budget, and complying with that regulation means the purchase of more equipment, and that has kept a few drivers from electing to compete in this third round of the championship. But those drivers are vowing to be back at Castelletto, which is good, so we should see a full capacity grid for the X30 Minis from what we have seen in the first part of the season. Again, no issue at all. But here at Wackersdorf, obviously running with those new seats, they obviously have those lumbar supports on the back of the seat, or certainly what they look like from a long distance, and obviously they are slightly raised above the level of the driver's helmet in case of a roll, so it's basically the karting equivalent of a roll cage, I suppose. Although in Britain they actually do have karting with roll cages. It's called stocks karts, and it's on the short oval racing scene, and I have had a go in one of those, and they are pretty scary, it has to be said. I have a feeling these would probably feel a lot safer to the drivers competing in them, strangely. But on that first row of the starting grid, we have the Belgian Kimi Abraham, who did a fantastic job in qualifying yesterday, and is now on pole position for the second and third heats by courtesy of the fact that he is on pole position for all of the heats here today on the Saturday. Alongside him on that front row of the grid is the man who took the victory in that first heat of the weekend, Miguel Pero Rosaraga, who is also the reigning IAME X30 Mini Valencia Winter Cup champion, who did so on home soil all the way back in February. Third position on that starting grid is the Estonian Ruben Volt, who's getting ever closer to a final victory. You can sense that it's coming for this very likeable young man for the Dan Holland racing team. And hopefully it's going to come sooner rather than later. Alongside him on the grid, a man who is always pushing very hard indeed for the PDB Racing Squad, the young Dutchman Nathan Ottink, one of the coolest young kids in the paddock, it has to be said. He's just got such a cool swagger to him, and he's a very likeable young man. He and his dad Marcel work very hard indeed, and he's there on that second row of the starting grid. And I have a feeling that, again, Nathan Ottink is not far away from that first final victory as an X30 Mini Euro Series competitor. On that third row of the grid in fifth position is the man who's actually won both of the finals over the course of the season in Salisbury and Marienburg, Alejandro Melendez, who pound for pound is probably the most spectacular driver in the X30 Mini Championship, based on the fact that he just pulls off overtaking moves from thin air. He doesn't even seem to set these moves up. He just spots a gap, goes for it, fills his kart in that space, and just launches himself further forward. He's such an incredible competitor, is Alejandro Melendez. He is a young man who knows absolutely no fear at all and just charges his way forward. We also got to see a little bit of the spice that we've come to know from Patrice Kowalewski as well. Sixth on the grid, the third row, the last competitor in the mix, but he's been getting faster and faster as the season progresses. And little Kowalewski, he actually looks quite like a rock star when he's out and about in the paddock. That long, very cool straight hair. He's got that very Atlantic sort of vibe about him as he's there hanging around the pits, getting himself worked up for the battle. He loves his karting. He's absolutely passionate about his motorsport, and he dedicates himself so much to it. He's one of the most professional young men I've seen in the world of karting for a long, long time, as Patrice Kowalewski. Always works 10/10 flat out, and he was making some good overtaking moves in that last race. Could easily have been on the podium and has obviously been in the top 3 over several sessions over the course of 2018. So yes, you can look at this and say there's only 6 of them, but all 6 drivers are very evenly spread over the course of the grid, and they've all taken turns at being at the top half of the grid and the back half of the grid over the course of the season. And when you add to the fact that there are several drivers missing who have been entered into Mini X30 over the course of the season, we're missing the likes of Lucas Fluscher-Cross, the man who was 4th in the IAME Winter Cup back in Valencia, Sergio Ruiz Alvarez. We had Gabriel Bektas, the Belgian, along with his countrymen Angelo Meli and Amaury Mertens, who were both involved last time out at Marienborg. He also had the Filipino William Go, who was there last time. Bogdan Ianubria was involved as well, the Spaniard. The Norwegian Louis Hofbeck, who actually ended up retiring at Valencia, but was involved in that one. The young British star who came 3rd in Valencia, Oliver Wright, known as Pineapple, the Fusion Motorsport driver who's been doing quite well in the British series. Alexander Vachicki, for the Unique Racing team, was entered as well. Thomas Hassanen from Finland. We still haven't really seen the Hungarian Menihert Kruja, who was due to enter from the start of the season and hasn't really emerged yet. And of course, last time out over in Salbris, I should say, sorry, we had the Frenchman Maxon Verbruge, who should have been on the grid as well. So hopefully we'll get a lot more of those competitors back at Castelletto. But it's time for these 6 very exciting challengers to come out onto the circuit once again and show us what they're made of. Is this going to be the most spectacular race of the weekend? So far, the answer seems to be yes from the X30 Minis. They do seem to deliver a lot more action, pound for pound, than some of the other classes. And that's when you consider that the junior, senior and super shifter classes at X30 level in the Euro Series have some of the most spectacular drivers in the world competing in their categories. So the fact that these X30 Minis are able to put on sometimes an even better show is very telling about the level of competition. Kimi Abraham and Miguel Perez-Araga will go off the front row of the starting grid then, from Ruben Volt of Estonia and the Netherlands' young man Nathan Ottink, with Spain's Alejandro Melendez and Belgium's Patrice Kowalewski on that 3rd row of the grid. Which 3 drivers are the most likely to get on the top 3 steps of the podium this weekend? I hate to say it, but your guess is as good as mine. And this is a very important part of the weekend for Alejandro Melendez. He's doing a fantastic job from 5th on the grid. He stormed his way through to 3rd in race 1, and this is his birthday today. So Alejandro Melendez is enjoying his birthday celebration here at the Wackersdorf circuit. So from all of us here at the IAME X30 European Series, Alejandro, happy birthday. I hope you're enjoying it so far, and hopefully there is a victory to come to get the job done nicely. He certainly won the finals in the first 2 weekends at Salbris and Marienborg. He's one of these drivers who struggles to get the kart where he wants it to be in qualifying, but in the races he is just such a tiger. He's a real maverick of a race driver. He just finds these overtaking moves where no one thought them possible to occur, and he's so good at getting these things done. So now the drivers are going to line up into position. Obviously Patrice Kowalewski will line up right behind Nathan Ottink. Miguel Perez-Araga has to put himself into his position on that side of the circuit. Ruben Volt slots himself there into 3rd position. And now the drivers are neatly into position around the circuit here in the X30 Mini category of the IAME X30 European Series. Kimi Abraham of Belgium and Miguel Perez-Araga of Spain. Ruben Volt of Estonia and Nathan Ottink of the Netherlands. Alejandro Melendez of Spain and Patrice Kowalewski of Belgium. Very tough battle. 6 very closely matched drivers indeed. How do you separate them? Well, you let them loose on the circuit here at Wackersdorf for 7 laps and let them do all of the talking. Here they come in the tram lines. It's a clean start. Yes, it is, and away we go racing, and it's already a big jostle as Miguel Perez-Araga squeezes Kimi Abraham off the start line as the 6 of them all squabble for position. Ottink round the outside into 3rd, then it's Volt, Melendez and Kowalewski. Melendez trying to come right round the outside to move up into the top 3. He's going to carry the speed, and Melendez through to 3rd, past Ottink and Volt. Now going for 2nd on Kimi Abraham. Melendez is absolutely on it again. Terrific driving from the young Spaniard. What a birthday he's having, tucked in there behind Miguel Perez-Araga. The Spaniards are 1 and 2. Now it's Abraham and Ottink, and then Kowalewski in 5th and Ruben Volt in 6th. But it's not going to stay that way for very long at all. They still tuck in very close together as Abraham tries to fend off Otink. Here comes Kovalevsky making the move for fourth position into the penultimate turn. So Kovalevsky up into fourth place. Now here comes Otink trying to come straight back at him. He decides better of it. No, he doesn't. He does commit to the move in the final turn. So there he goes through. Nathan Otink is through. And then Ruben Volt's going to get past Kovalevsky as well for the line. So as they cross the line, Ruben Volt is just narrowly in front of Kovalevsky, and Melendez is going for the lead on Miguel Pereira, and that's opened the door for Kimi Abraham to come through. Melendez takes the lead. Alejandro Melendez, the first time this weekend, hits the front, and now Kimi Abraham's going to take the lead. Miguel Pereira was leading. He's now through in a second place on Melendez. So Melendez down to third. We've had 3 different leaders in a space of about 4 corners. First it was Miguel Pereira, then it was Alejandro Melendez, and now it's Kimi Abraham who leads. Miguel Pereira is going to try and come straight back up the inside of Abraham, and he's got there. Melendez is through, and Otink is through. Oh, ran wide. Kimi Abraham is squeezed wide, and the Belgian is down to 6th position as a result of all of that. Well, now the young Belgian has got to fight his way forward once again. Miguel Pereira leads Melendez and Nathan Otink. Then it's Volt, Kovalevsky and Kimi Abraham who's going to fight his way further forward once more. Miguel Pereira bolted to the inside line. Up the inside comes Otink on Melendez. He comes through in a second position. Melendez squeezed out wide. Otink comes through to the middle of the circuit and into second position he goes. Volt is side by side with Kovalevsky as they come off the turn. And now Melendez trying to come right the outside at turn 4 of Nathan Otink to get into second. He knits it up the inside. Melendez is an absolute master with these overtaking moves. Ruben Volt's going to try and get up the inside of Nathan Otink. He's through in a third. Good move from Volt. Absolutely superb battling. Now he's got to try and hang on to the inside line for third position as they're going to go 2 by 2. Hurrah, very nearly. Otink is going to now outfox Volt on the inside line on the exit, and he's got through. Now he's going to try and go for Melendez. He can't get through. He's squeezed out wide. Volt's got more speed and more pace. Abraham and Kovalevsky are side by side for 5th as well. So Volt is through in a third position. Here comes Kimi Abraham up alongside Patrice Kovalevsky once again. Watch for Melendez as he tries to make a move around the outside of Miguel Pereira through to turn 1. Can he set him up for turn 2? He's going to wait for his moment as up the inside goes Abraham. He goes up in a 5th position and then drifts wide. Kovalevsky's going to get straight back past him. So Ruben Volt there in 3rd position in front of Nathan Otink. And Abraham now does get the move on Kovalevsky to move back in a 5th position. Still tough to know where this action's going to go. Miguel Pereira and Alejandro Melendez, 1st and 2nd place at the moment. Volt is 3rd, 4th is Otink, 5th is Abraham, 6th is Kovalevsky, and it's 2 by 2 hurrah at the moment. The Spaniards are together, the Estonian and the Dutchman are the next pair, and then it's the Belgians battling away in 5th and 6th. But now Ruben Volt and Nathan Otink have decided to settle their differences. They're working together to move further forward as they go for a chance to close up on the 2 Spanish wonders at the front of the field. 3 laps to go, and Miguel Pereira and Alejandro Melendez are battling away. This is going to be a very interesting battle, and Melendez up the inside again. Melendez has found a move. Oh, there's contact further back as Otink tries to go on the inside of Volt. It hasn't quite worked. He's ended up backing out of the move just in the nick of time before there's an incident. Now Otink is going to try again on Volt. This time, surely he's going to get the move done. He does, and runs Volt out of road as Abraham gets back up into 4th position, and Volt is going to go down to 6th place now because Kovalevsky's through as well. Nathan Otink gets the move in a 3rd position. Volt is crowded out, down to 6th position on the curbs. But Alejandro Melendez again takes the victory at the moment. Certainly in the lead as Abraham cuts across for 3rd position. Otink is going to try and get him back. Miguel Pereira is coming back at him for 2nd place. Abraham and Otink are absolutely rapid together as they battle over 3rd place. Otink is going to sweep by. Abraham's going to have to tuck back into 4th position. But he's got Patrice Kovalevsky closing him down, and Ruben Volt's not far away. Miguel Pereira is right on the back of Alejandro Melendez now into the first corner with 2 laps to go. Miguel Pereira trying to get back past Alejandro Melendez. The 2 Spanish drivers, the best 2 drivers consistently over the course of this season in terms of race winning pace. They've now got a big gap over Otink, Abraham, Volt and Patrice Kovalevsky. So can Melendez hang on to this lead in front of Miguel Pereira? At the moment the answer is yes, but Miguel Pereira is very tough to beat, and now he's got a good line off the turn. But he's still working with Alejandro Melendez to get clear as Ruben Volt has to defend from Kovalevsky in their battle over 5th position. into the penultimate hairpin, and again down the back straight. Melendez is now trying to fend off Bernardo Zanaga. He's going to go for the move on the inside. Melendez is trying to try and keep the car to the outside and then swing back for the undercut into the last lap. Miguel Bernardo Zanaga now leads as we go into the final lap here on the second heat of the weekend, as Melendez goes for a very fast wide line, tries to tuck back across for Miguel Bernardo Zanaga, who's bolted to the inside line. Melendez charges into turn 2, gets on the inside, drifts wide. Miguel Bernardo Zanaga tries to keep the car straight, but Melendez is through again into the lead. Great racing from Melendez again as he gets into first position once more. But his countryman, Miguel Bernardo Zanaga, is right there with him. Third place. Watch out, though, guys, because Nathan Otting is closing in big time. Otting is not done yet. So is there a chance? Miguel Bernardo Zanaga trying to second guess where Alejandro Melendez is going. He's not got to be careful because Nathan Otting could be getting himself into the mix now as well. Miguel Bernardo Zanaga is sent to the far side. Can he get the undercut on Alejandro Melendez? He's going to squeeze in. They're going to be on the grass. Watch for Nathan Otting round the far side. The Dutchman's going to squeeze into second place. No, he's not. Alejandro Melendez is going to get the victory. Oh, wowee. Once again, the X30 Minis have been absolutely sensational. And on his birthday, Alejandro Melendez gets a wonderful present. That's a great victory. Into second, Miguel Bernardo Zanaga, just in front of Nathan Otting from Kimi Abraham, Ruben Vold and Patrice Kovalevsky. Two different winners then in the X30 Minis thus far. We've had Miguel Bernardo Zanaga and now we've had Alejandro Melendez. Oh, what a birthday he's having. Terrific performance then from Melendez, who picks up another win in his 2018 IAME X30 European Series X30 Mini campaign. Melendez in first place from Miguel Bernardo Zanaga, Nathan Otting in third from Kimi Abraham in fourth, then Ruben Volt for Dan Holland Racing is fifth, and for the Euro karting squad, the Belgian Patrice Kovalevsky, out of luck on this occasion, ends up sixth. But 2 seconds between them all after 7 laps. It's incredibly close, really exciting stuff, and Alejandro Melendez is once again a race winner. Absolutely fantastic performance. And really exciting stuff from the drivers here once more. Well, that is the second round of races once again. Some pretty exciting battles from the drivers as they continue to battle away around the circuit. The next race is due to get underway in about 20 minutes' time. The next race is actually scheduled to be taking place half an hour from now. My apologies. It's going to be 40 minutes past 3, so about half an hour from now, the next junior session. Well, what an exciting battle it has been so far, and the third round of heats is set to be just as exciting and intriguing as the second round. But what an absolutely incredible 5 races once again, and we'll do it all again very shortly indeed as we take a quick breather, and we will come back once again for more great race action here at Wackersdorf.